Hello, dear friends. Come close. Today, I want to tell you a story. It's an old story from a time when the world was still young. It's a story about a spider, a pot, and a mistake that changed all of us forever. This is the story of Anansi and the pot of wisdom. In the beginning, the sky was close to the earth. The world was fresh and new. But the people were struggling. They didn't know how to build strong huts. Their crops were weak. They argued over silly things. They felt lost and confused. High above, Nyame, the sky god, watched them. His heart was heavy. He saw their struggles. He heard their cries. He decided enough was enough. One morning, Nyame descended to the village. The people fell silent. The air crackled with his power. "My children!" Nyame's voice was like thunder and a gentle rain all at once. "Your struggles hurt my heart. You need wisdom." He held out his hands, and there, between them, a pot appeared. It was not a pot of clay or wood. It was a pot of pure, shimmering light. Inside, tiny, glowing sparks swirled like 1,000 fireflies. "This," Nyame said, "is all the wisdom in the world. Every secret of farming, every trick of building, every word to solve an argument, it is all here." The people gasped. Their eyes were wide with hope. But then Nyame's face grew serious. "This pot is too great a gift for one person. It must be shared. So I will give it to the one who I believe is the cleverest of you all. The one who can find a way to share it fairly with everyone." He looked around. All eyes turned to one person. A small, 8-legged figure perched on a nearby leaf. Anansi the Spider. Now, Anansi was indeed clever. He could trick the leopard out of his spots and the bee out of his honey. He was proud of his cleverness. Nyame nodded. "Anansi, I give this pot of wisdom to you. Your task is to find a way to share it with every living person. Do not fail them." Anansi's heart swelled with pride. He took the glowing pot. It was heavy, but the weight felt good. It felt important. "I will not fail, great Nyame," Anansi declared. "I will find the perfect way." Nyame returned to the sky, and Anansi was left alone with the pot. At first, Anansi was generous. A woman came to him, her fields dry. "Anansi, how can I make my yams grow?" Anansi peered into the pot. A single spark of light flew out and landed on the woman's forehead. Her eyes lit up. "I must dig deeper trenches to the river," she cried, and ran off, happy. A man came, his hut falling apart. "Anansi, how can I make my walls strong?" Another spark flew. The man smiled. "I will weave the branches tighter and use mud to hold them." He ran off happy, and for a while it was good. The village became better, stronger, happier. But as days turned into weeks, something in Anansi began to change. He started to like the feeling. People depended on him. They praised him. They called him Uncle Wisdom. Without him, they were lost. With him, they were found. A cold, tight thought began to grow in his heart. What if I share all the wisdom? What will be left for me? What will my value be? The thought grew and grew, like a dark vine. It choked his generosity. One day, when a little girl asked how to fix her broken doll, Anansi scowled. "Figure it out yourself," he snapped. "I am too busy with important things." The girl ran away crying. Anansi felt a twinge of guilt, but the fear was stronger. He made a decision. A terrible, selfish decision. "I will not share the wisdom," he whispered to himself. "I will keep it, all of it, for myself." But where could he hide a pot of shimmering light? Where could he put it so no one would ever find it? He thought and thought, using the very wisdom inside the pot, and he found the perfect place.
There was a tree at the edge of the village. It was the tallest tree in all the world. Its trunk was thick and rough. Its branches were covered with sharp needle-like thorns. No one, not even the bravest warrior, had ever climbed it. "I will hide the pot at the very top," Anansi declared. "No one will ever look for it there, and no one but me, with my 8 strong legs, can climb it." So he began his plan. He found a long, strong vine. He tied one end tightly around the neck of the pot. He looped the other end around his own waist. The pot of wisdom was now dangling in front of him. He began to climb. It was a hard climb. The thorns scratched his legs. The bark scraped his belly. The pot was heavy, bumping against his chest with every move. But Anansi was determined. He climbed higher and higher, away from the village, away from the people. He was so focused on his climb, he didn't notice his son, Ntikuma, watching from below. Ntikuma was a good boy. He was not as clever as his father, but he had a kind and observant heart. He saw his father struggling. He saw the pot swinging wildly, making the climb even harder. He wanted to help. So from the bottom of the great tree, Ntikuma called out. "Father!" he shouted, his voice small in the vastness. "That looks like a difficult way to climb." Anansi, grunting and sweating, ignored him. Ntikuma tried again. "Father, you are so clever, but wouldn't it be easier? Wouldn't it be wiser to tie the pot to your back? Then your hands and legs would be free. It wouldn't bump against you." Anansi stopped climbing. His son's words sank in. They were right. It was a better way, a wiser way. And in that single, shattering moment, Anansi realized something terrible. His son, a little boy, had just thought of a piece of wisdom that he, the keeper of the entire pot of wisdom, had not. The pot didn't have all the wisdom. His son had wisdom of his own. The tight, cold thing in his heart snapped. He was filled with a furious, hot shame. He had been so proud, so sure he was the cleverest. And now his own son had proven him a fool. In a blind rage, Anansi snatched the pot from the vine. He looked at its shimmering light, which now seemed to mock him. He looked down at his son's innocent, worried face, and with a scream of pure frustration, he hurled the pot down from the great height. The pot fell. It spun through the air, a falling star of all the knowledge in the world, and when it hit the hard earth, it did not just break, it shattered. It exploded into 1,000,000, billion, trillion pieces. The glowing sparks of wisdom flew everywhere. They were carried by the wind across the whole world. A spark landed in the ear of a musician, and he suddenly heard a rhythm no one had ever heard before. A spark landed on the tongue of a storyteller, and she found the words to a new tale. A spark landed in the hands of a farmer in a distant land, and he knew a new way to plant his seeds. A spark landed in the heart of a mother, and she knew the exact song to sing to soothe her crying child. A spark landed in the mind of a builder, and he saw the shape of a great pyramid. Wisdom was no longer in one place. It was scattered. It was everywhere. Anansi, clinging to the thorny tree, watched it all. His anger faded, replaced by a deep, hollow sadness. He had failed. He had lost the great gift. He slowly climbed down. He stood next to his son, amidst the broken shards of the pot, now just dull clay. Ntikuma looked at his father, not with anger, but with pity. Anansi sighed, a sound full of all the regret in the world. "What have I done?" he whispered. But then, from the sky, came the voice of Nyame. It was not angry. It was understanding. "Anansi," Nyame said, "you have not failed. You have succeeded in a way you do not yet understand." "But the pot is broken," Anansi cried. "The wisdom is lost." "No," Nyame said gently. "It is not lost. It is found. It is now in the wind and the water and the soil. It is inside every person who is born. No one person can ever own all the wisdom again. Now, everyone has a little piece of it. The musician has his piece, and the farmer has his. The doctor has a piece, and the child has a piece. True wisdom," Nyame said, "is now found when we come together, when we listen to each other, when we share our little pieces. That is how great things are built. That is how problems are solved. Not by one clever spider, but by all of us, together." Anansi finally understood. He looked at his son who had his own piece of wisdom. He felt shame, but also a new feeling, humility. And so, my friends, that is why, to this very day, no one person has all the wisdom. It is scattered all over the world. That is why you must listen to the old woman, for she has a piece. Listen to the young child, for he has a piece. Listen to the stranger from a faraway land, for she has a piece you do not. We are all searching for our own little spark of light. And when we share them, we light up the whole world.
So look for your spark, and when you find it, share it. Good night, my friends. The moral of the story. The story teaches us that no matter how clever or powerful we are, we must remain humble and open to learning from others. The solution to great problems lies not in one brilliant mind, but in bringing together the diverse knowledge, skills, and perspectives of many people. Everyone, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, holds a valuable piece of the puzzle. The story warns us that clinging to knowledge, power, or resources out of insecurity ultimately leads to loss and isolation. The most profound insights can come from the most unexpected places. This is where the story ends, but the lesson never ends. If you love cautionary folk tales with timeless lessons, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.